So how's your marksmanship challenge going so far? Hopefully it's going really good. Now we're going to get into drawing from concealment, because drawing from concealment can get a little bit tricky. There can be some challenges with clothing getting in the way and things like that. So go ahead and watch these videos on how we're going to draw from concealment. So what we're going to do now is work on drawing from concealment. So when we work on this, we've got to make sure that we're getting our clothing out of the way that's covering our holster, however that may be. There's a few options that you can look at on our 1 Minute Marksman YouTube channel that talk about different methods for drawing from concealment. So one that I like in this case, when I have a shirt that's covering my holster, is I like to use the two-handed approach. One hand rips up my clothing while the other does the draw and comes out to my target. So this is what we want to do. We want to work on a nice steady motion that A, gets the clothing out of the way, B, lets us draw out of our holster. And we're simply going to practice that until we start to gain some speed. We don't want to force the speed. We want to practice it until the speed comes naturally. Next, we're going to combine those steps. We're going to work on drawing from the holster, getting to the target, and pressing the trigger. Now that we've done that, we're going to take it to the next level. So now what we're going to do is we're going to draw from the holster, from concealment, and press the trigger on the way out to the target. Because if you're doing a good press to the target, you should be pushing straight out at that target. You should be somewhere in the center of mass there as you're pushing out. So it looks something like this. I'm going to come up with my rip, I'm going to come out, and I'm going to go bang on my way out to the target. Once we figured out how to draw from concealment, we're going to go ahead and draw from concealment, pushing to the target. Then we're going to draw from concealment, pushing to the target, and then pressing our trigger. And finally, we're going to draw from concealment and begin pressing the trigger as we push out to the target.